You guys don't keep any multimeters back there.
Too much excitement here. Scaring my customers here.
Alright, thanks again.
I got boys working here really hard. A lot of different departments. I got McHenry County Sheriff, I got my local PD. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Funny story. I'll explain it later.
Like white, but
I think we could paint it black. I guess. What, you like this one? This one's interesting. Watch this. Ready?
I can tie it over so.
Hold on. You can tie it all by yourself. Is this the one that splits? Yeah, come here.
Right.
Oh my. Wait, so what's this?
I have no idea. I've never
This
seen
is
anything
cool.
like
So
it.
if you actually want to take a drink or something, the whole thing comes up. You know, you don't have to take it out.
Oh. Put it down until it clicks. Don't touch the thing that you look through. It's for your eyeballs, not your hands. All the way down. Click.
Oh.
And this is what I'm finding what they're roughly selling for. Here's one that's sold for 70 bucks. Here's a little different set because with a bigger drum, you know, snare like that, sold for 54.
This is the one I have.
Yeah, 72. Depends what they have with them, you know, kind of all over the place. But for me, on something like this, you're probably looking at about 30 bucks.
Yeah.
That's what I could do.
That's fine.
But that board, I think I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
I just found a couple, they didn't go for how much. The bindings on it are nothing special too, so
Okay, that's no
I'm gonna
problem.
pass on that, okay?
Alright.
But this, I'll give you 30 bucks for it, so.
Alright, thank you. Thank you.
10, 20, 30 bucks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
back row. Oh.
Follow mommy and daddy.
I'm using the money Mom gave me to take the toy. Oh, do we? 15. And Woody Blue is the other side of life. I like the cover.
Ruby.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. I didn't see it.
You crazy bird. You crazy bird. Say hi. Say hi. Now you don't want to talk.
Come on, say hi. No?
My uncle had one that imitated my uncle's voice, so my aunt would always think my uncle was in the basement with the bird. He was never there with the bird. It was classic.
We have a cat roaming
Yeah,
around.
what's
She'll meow like a cat.
Really?
She, when you turn the vacuum cleaner on, you know, she loves the sound of the motor, and then she starts saying goofy things, like goofy, makes no sense, but overall she's not a big talker.
Will the cat come up here and
Yeah, they actually, cat will be laying, she'll be walking right around next to her. Yeah.
Watch out, please.
see bird?
Where's the phone? I don't see it. Oh,
It's a bird.
trading post is Peter, how can I help you?
Let's go.
The cage.
Sticks of what?
In the cage.
No, something like that I wouldn't be interested, no.
That
You're welcome, bye-bye.
I don't think I'd buy him for $5.
Pete, you got a sense of humor. Thanks. Enjoy your day, man.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Got it.
Play something good.
Play something good, yeah.
I did.
Yeah, start jamming.
I can just shut it off. I
You don't know that song?
Yeah, I for sure remember having a boat wheel.
Oh, yeah,
big
they
like
did.
that in,
We unloaded it when we
in
unloaded this.
Chicago.
Yep.
But
This and this came at the same time. What they didn't want was that big. Did you remember seeing the big deck cannon? This was like a boarding black powder cannon. The other one was a 4-inch. I can put my phone in. It's a brass flange. Oh, here it is. There you go. The 4-inch flange on it for anti-boarding. Water cannon. He said, I'll never sell that. I said, all right, no big deal. So to my knowledge, all he ever sold was this lathe and the harpoon.
Want to touch on an interesting subject here. I was just talking to somebody else the other day, and they told me, Pete, I find gramophones all the time, but most of the time when I find them, when I plug them in, they don't work. So I want to show you guys a lot of times what's happening with these belt-driven gramophones. I just picked this guy up at Goodwill. They had a $20 price on it, $19.99, and I turn it on, and of course doesn't run, but I can hear the hum. So what's happening is 90% of the time, because of the age, you know, this is 30-year-old machine, this is probably mid-80s, late 80s, the belts on them completely wear out and they fall apart. And a lot of times people will plug them in and they think they don't work. And it's just a belt missing, and it's a super quick fix. So I want to show you guys how to check for belts. 90% of the time, all you have to do is just to remove rubber cover, okay? And as soon as you remove the rubber cover, let me grab the camera here. Most of the plates are gonna have opening in them. And here's the motor pulley that it comes out here that you can see. I'm gonna remove the platter in a second, but right away, as soon as you remove the cover, if there's openings in a plate, you're gonna be able to see the pulley, and if there's no belt going around it, that means that's the only problem. You can still turn the unit on and you're gonna see that pulley spinning. So let me show you how to remove the plate. So usually whatever you have the opening, you grab by both sides and you start spinning. Now there's an opening here to grab it, and I can pull it out. And it just sits on this shank over here and just pops out. So what's happening is the belt goes around this and around the bottom of the plate. And the 90% of the time the belts are like dark brown or black. Kind of like a rubber band. Just don't use rubber bands because it's not gonna work. But what happens is it goes here on a pulley, it goes completely around, and that's what moves the platter. Super easy fix. I mean, you can buy these belts most of the time from $4 to $8 on eBay. I just purchased one for this particular model. This is a Yamaha P200, nothing special. It was $4.88 free shipping, and this thing is gonna be as good as new. And then you just pop this back on, put the cover back on, and it's ready to go. Yeah, Yamaha throughout the 80s made just a few decent gramophones. Most of them were kind of cheapy. This is probably $50-$60 gramophone right now. That's what it's worth. But it's got a good stylist on it, so I'm gonna put it out here on the shop. It should be relatively quick flip. But yeah, I got it for $10. I talked to the manager. I told them it doesn't work. They were asking $20. He says, how about 50% off? So I got it for $10, another $5 into the belt, and I should make a few dollars on it. But that's a lot of times that's what's happening with these guys, that these belts snapped, older, the rubber gets so melty that it actually will glue itself into the platter, and it's garbage. So super easy fix. 90% of the time, that's what's wrong with them. Adrian is working really hard over here, almost sweating. We just acquired 500 albums and he's going through all of them, all in very good condition overall. So
Yep.
there's few gems that we found. There we go. Dark Side of the Moon. So you were probably wondering what was all that commotion that I recorded earlier with all the cops up front. Funny actually story, and I didn't have it on film, so I'm gonna just quickly tell you guys what happened. Two guys came into the shop. One of them has been here before, sold us a couple items before, bought a few things from us, so we knew the guy. And the other guy, first time, never seen him, but apparently they were both friends. And the guy that we did not know brought in like a 32-inch Samsung TV, older LCD, nothing special. And we gave him a price on it, and he kind of agreed to it. But we said, before we buy it from you, we need to plug it in completely, test the TV, make sure everything works on it. And as soon as we turned the TV on, it turns out it had lines, like 3 lines running through the screen, dead pixels. It looked horrible. So we said, you know, we're gonna have to pass on it. So then out of nowhere, he puts a pair of Nike shoes on a countertop. And I think they were number 5s. And he says, listen, I just got these few days ago. I need some money. I'm going to sell my shoes. And the other guy that was with him looks at him like, dude, put your shoes back on. And this guy's, no, I need to sell them. So it was just funny as hell. Anyway, the other guy gets pissed off at him, takes his TV, and goes back to the car. Now this guy keeps telling us, come on, give me a few dollars for these shoes. I just bought them like a week ago. I paid $150 for them. I know you guys can flip them. And in the meanwhile, the other guy is waiting in the car. I guess he got pissed off at him and took off, and left this guy behind with his TV. So this guy gets pissed off and calls the cops that somebody just robbed me, stole my TV, and all these squad cars just... You know, we have a very good relationship with local PD here, and if a call comes in for, 7100 Teckler Boulevard here in Crystal Lake, cops show up immediately. So we had like a bunch of cops come in, and it was just crazy. So that's what it was. But, it sucks because when so many cops show up on your parking lot and they're basically blocking everything, we get pissed off too because customers can't pull in and park anywhere, So, but that's what it was. That's it. Anyway, guys, I haven't been filming a lot lately. I've been very busy between, business and building my new house. But I'm going to try to keep up again with it a little bit. So, I hope you enjoyed that little tip about Turntable. Super easy fix. When you run into this typical problem with the turntables, just check quickly and you'll be ready to go. It's worth fixing it. I mean, getting the belt for a few bucks. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Till next time. Cheers. Total craziness, guys. We are completely dead. Maybe one person stops by every hour. That's what happens when cops win. Apparently 5 million people went for the parade today, celebrating cops win.